Hello, beautiful souls. I am here to share with you today a message, a synchronicity that hit me yesterday like a ton of bricks, and I instantly got chills and goosebumps, and I knew that this was the universe speaking to me. And you know me, when I recognize the universe is speaking to me, I do my very best to listen and dig in and understand. So, come along with me today while I share with you my experience. So essentially yesterday, I don't know why, I wasn't doing anything around numerology, but at some point, I recognized that when my birth date, which is June 28th, for some reason I was breaking it down in my head. And I was like, okay, June is the 6th. So like 6 plus 2 plus 8. And then I was like, wait a minute, 6 plus 2 is 8. And then I would still have an 8. And I was like, that's a double 8. And instantly when I had that connection, chills and goosebumps. And I was like, this is a message from Source. So of course, you know me, I went in and did some research to figure out what is the significance of 8-8. All right, so I want to share with you what I learned about the spiritual and numerological significance of 8-8, because I got to tell you, I know this message was for me. I needed this message in this moment. And Source never lets me down. Never lets me down. Okay, so let's get into it. So 8-8 is a master frequency of abundance and infinite flow. The number 8 represents prosperity, abundance, personal power, karmic alignment, manifestation, and infinite cycles. Because the number 8 is the infinity symbol on its side. That was new. I had never made that connection before. So it is said when you see 8-8 that your energy becomes magnetic. So 8-8 amplifies abundance, destiny, and karmic success. It is considered a sign that you are aligned with the flow of prosperity, your soul's mission, universal support, karmic rewards, and high-level manifestation energy. In numerology, 1-8 represents the material world. A second 8 represents the spiritual realm. So together, they show a bridge that is formed between the two, meaning my spiritual work is shaping my material life and that my material efforts are supported spiritually. This confirms that my healing path, my content creation, my truth telling, and my calling to help others is divinely reinforced. 8-8 is also a sign of empowerment and inner authority. 8 teaches you to step into your leadership, confidence, and personal power. When doubled, it becomes this message: own your path, and you are being elevated. This often appears during times of healing, expansion, or stepping into higher identity, which is exactly the journey that I'm on. Exactly where I am in this moment. I have literally just come out of another dark night of the soul and shedding and releasing in the shadow work that was done. And let me tell you, it was a dark couple weeks here. But I recognized about a week and a half ago, that I'm coming out the other side now. I can see the sun rising. I can see the light coming back in. And I know that all the work that I did over those last 3 weeks was worth it. And that's why I allow myself to go through it, because I've been on my healing journey for a long time. And I know that when I allow myself to process through and do the healing work, as dark and as scary as it is in moments, I know the reward on the other side is so much brighter and worth it. And here I am sitting. I'm still in the muck. I am still in the fucking muck. But I can see the sun shining. And I know that this muck around me is drying up. And it's going to become firm, hard ground for me to stand on again. And it's going to be worth it. I'll look back and go, I'll walk through that again when the time comes. But Jesus, I could use a little bit of a break. Right? just want to be honest, right? It's not easy walking through the muck. Listen, if healing was easy, people would do it. People 100% would do it. We wouldn't carry generational trauma down from one generation to the next. Because if it was easy, we'd do it. But you got to sit through it. You got to process through it. You got to feel it. You got to allow it to move through your body in order for you to come out the other side. And thank God, thank Jesus, thank Source, thank the universe, thank whatever. And myself, really thank myself, that I allow myself the space and time to do so, to go through it. And I don't know why. I think I'm very stubborn. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me I can't heal. Don't tell me I can't make it through the darkness, right? So, which turns out to be a strength for me in this regard. But that's why I continue to do the healing, because I know what the reward is on the other side. You are looking at a woman who 26 years ago, when she had a baby, could not go into the Walmart for formula or diapers. I'm not shitting you. I could not. My anxiety, my panic attacks were so strong that there was literally it would be like death to me. I would envision the Wicked Witch melting as if I walked inside the Walmart. I could not go into Walmart by myself. And honestly, if it meant my son going without formula overnight, I probably would have done so. But thankfully, we had other options of other stores, so I never had to come down to making that choice. But honest to God, I literally could not walk into Walmart. Could not do it. But the more I heal, the better I am. And today, I don't have any anxiety anymore. I mean, I have very little moments of it, but they are appropriate moments of it. Like walking into a job interview, I have a little bit of anxiety. But I can take a deep breath, ground myself, and be like, whatever's supposed to happen is supposed to happen. And I can walk into the interview and be okay after that. I still, when I walk into a room or a new situation with groups of people, I still scan for the exits. And that's okay. I'm always going to do that, I think. And I allow myself to have that moment to scan for the exits, and then I'm good. But before, I would constantly be scanning the exits. I'd be constantly scanning the room. I would be in this corner with this high level of anxiety, and people always was like, that lady is a bitch. Because I literally stood off to the side of the event or the socialization that was happening in a corner looking unapproachable, because inside my body was like, please don't approach me. I don't live that way anymore. Today I walk into a room and I'm like, what's up? Right? Anyways, because the healing work works. Okay, anyways, getting back to 8-8. I'm so sorry. I do that often. So 8-8 is also said to be an energy of karmic balance and completion. This one floored me. This part, this information actually brought me to tears. So 8 is deeply karmic, and seeing 8-8 means that old cycles are closing, which is exactly the work I've been focusing on. Generational patterns are healing. That is what I came here to do. I came here to break these generational patterns that have been passed down from one generation to the next in my families for years. This is my purpose. I am a cycle breaker. Karmic lessons are integrating, and my soul is choosing a higher timeline, which I've been working towards timeline jumping, and that my efforts are literally about to pay off. No wonder it's appearing while I'm exploring my spirituality. It shows that numbers aren't random. They are a part of your soul's blueprint. Now, I've shared in a previous video that my life path is a 7. And so I did a little research. And when your life path is a 7, which is of a spiritual seeker, intuitive, healer, and truth finder. I'm very analytical, right? I'm seeking information. I'm intuitive. I'm a healer. I'm seeking the truth, right? So I'm very analytical, but also intuitive. And so when a 7 receives the message of a double 8, it means that my inner work is unlocking outward blessings. that spiritual wisdom is becoming embodied power. The universe is collaborating with me, and my calling is meant to support others at a scale. So 7 again brings introspection, 8 brings manifestation, and together they create a powerful path of purposeful abundance. Now, when I connect that 8-8 is in reference to my birth date and comes directly from my birth numbers, it tells me that the abundance frequency is part of my soul's contract. I am abundant. We all are. Abundance and prosperity are our birthright. It's the influences of life and generational shit that have been passed down from centuries that prevent that get in the way and block that flow. Empowerment and leadership are part of my purpose, which is 100% exactly what I want to embody. I want to empower other people, and I want to be a leader in the sense of saying, hey, I promise you, you can heal. That's the kind of leader I want to be. I'm not looking for accolades. I'm not looking for, I don't know what the other words are, right? Like power or whatever. I just want to lead in the sense of saying, hey, I have been where you are. And this is how I got to where I am today, where the healing has happened, where peace flows most of the time in my life, regardless of the circumstances, where I live from a perspective of gratitude and love and compassion and empathy for others. That's the kind of leader I want to be. I want to lead by example and show others through love, support, empathy, and compassion that they can find those things too. Hence the empowerment. It's also suggesting that I was born with an infinite connection to source energy, which I gotta tell you, I have always felt this connection to the universe. I've always felt that there was energy in nature, in plants, even in objects. I remember as a little girl, like laying in my bed and like feeling so homesick, even though I was at home, because I just felt like home was somewhere else, that there was a connection to somewhere else, that things were connected that other people didn't understand. And I've always had some psychic or spiritual abilities. It also, and lastly, means that I meant to transform karmic cycles in this lifetime, which is, again, the entire reason maybe not the entire reason that I'm here, but I came here, my soul came here with the purpose and intent to break these generational cycles in my family. And again, my family's not bad, right? My family they're not bad people. All families have generational trauma and dysfunction that gets passed down. We all do. And it's not about people being bad or any of that thing. It's just about this is a karmic cycle that has been passed down from one generation to the next until someone stands up and does the work. And that is why I came here. I came here to say, this stops with me. This stops with me. It's not going to get passed down to the future generations. And let me tell you, I'm getting a grandbaby soon. Yes, I am. And I am going to be able to look into my granddaughter's eyes. And I am going to know that every hard moment I sat through the yuck, for the moments where I just thought I couldn't continue anymore, that I got up and still continued, and I didn't shut down the healing, and I allowed myself to feel it and process it, I'm going to be able to look in that little girl's eyes and know that it was worth every fucking moment. Because she doesn't have to carry those traumas moving forward. I did that. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. Anyways, Okay, so the fact that 8-8 is connected to my birth date itself is not a coincidence. It is literally a soul-coded synchronicity. So in short, what this means for me right now in my life is I am stepping into a higher level of power. Abundance wants to flow to me more easily, so I need to allow it. I need to let go of those generational and karmic beliefs that I need to bust my ass super hard in order to just get by. And that I really had this idea for a long time that people with money are bad and selfish. And I know that's not the case. There are some that are 100%, but there's also another category of people that have money and have wealth and use it in a way that they share and help build their communities and help others. And so it's taken me a very long time to not make the equation that people who are wealthy are bad as well, or selfish. It's okay to have wealth. Okay, so, and I have to let it flow. And letting it flow means not trying to figure out and determine how it's coming. So that part I'm still working on. Because again, I got that analytical, logical mind. Okay. It also means that I am closing karmic cycles and opening new pathways, that my spiritual gifts and my purpose are activating right now, which I can tell you I'm having some experiences, so it was just confirmation, and that I am aligned with my destiny timeline right now, which I need it. Because again, I need that validation. I don't need validation from people outside of me, really, but I need that validation from source that I'm in the right place. And I've recently discovered that I actually have a divine connection that I don't know if it's my spirit guides or source or whatever, but I know that there's a divine connection that I have that communicates with me. That is not my voice, and I need to stop doubting it. So again, I'm still working on not needing that validation, but here was the message. Here was source saying, like, listen, you're doubting what I'm saying to you, so I'm going to like give you another way where it hits you in the face and you cannot ignore it. So apparently this is a very powerful time for manifestation for me, for telling my truth and sharing my truth, and for claiming the life that I'm building, that I'm manifesting, that I'm working towards. So there you have it. That was my powerful message that I received from Source yesterday. If you too are seeing 8-8 in combination, this is also your message as well. And if you're not, but you're seeing recurring numbers, trust that it might be a sign from the universe. And again, you can do a Google search if that's all that's available to you, if you don't have books on numerology, or like people that you can connect with who have experience about knowledge and experience about numerology and things. You can do a quick Google search to see what it's about, right? And then again, take what you like and leave what you don't. Quite literally, this happened to me last evening, and I haven't had an opportunity to speak to my husband about it. Just the way the rest of the evening flowed, that it didn't happen. But this morning I got a message from my husband, and he was like, hey, so I keep seeing this repeat number, and I'm hoping you can help me figure out what it means, because he's now starting to see and opening up to the messages and signs that are coming for him. So if you are seeing repeated numbers, it may be a message. Notice them. Take a moment when you notice it and have a breath and just ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Become aware. What were your thoughts just before you saw the number? Was there a question that you asked? Were you seeking clarity? What's going on in your life in this moment when you keep seeing this repeat? And then go ahead and do a little research on it. and see, is it a message for you? And then come back and let me know. Because, again, not everything is your message. And that's where you have to learn to trust that inner feeling, your intuition, your gut, your inner knowing. And generally, for me, it's a message. I have yet to feel like something might be a message and then look into it and be like, no, that doesn't fit for me. But I'm sure that it happens. And so if it doesn't feel right for you, allow yourself permission to walk away from it. It's not for you. But go ahead and notice. Do a little investigation. And if it feels right, accept it for what it is, which is likely a message from Source. And they're always timed divinely for when you need it, as was this one. All right, friends, thank you for letting me share this experience I had, and I am wishing you a very blessed day.